What's up, everybody? Hey, look at everybody rolling in. You guys are going to laugh at me. I'm going to tell you right now. You guys are going to laugh at me. Scott G, Rick Menzel, Rumble Seat. Where you been, son? John Burrows, Gary Walters, David Gould, Sam Ortiz, Dave Muldoon, Larry Melnick, JB Hawk, 3131. That sounds official. Bob Bender. Morning. Just about to get out with Tony and Don. Where you going, Wiz? So you guys are gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me, and it's okay. So I woke up this morning, and I realized two things as I was making my coffee and getting ready to head out this morning. First thing I realized is I never went live yesterday. I didn't fish yesterday morning because I was down at the studios for the local show on 570 WSYR. I was down there by 7:45, and I taped a segment. I believe that'll be airing this Saturday morning, and I want to thank everybody there. They were wonderful, great guys, and it was a lot of fun. It was quick, but it was a lot of fun, and I was when we got done, they said to me, they go, you did such a good job. We'd like to have you back. He goes, I never do this, but I'm going to have you back next week, and we're going to do back-to-back episodes. Because I'll tell you, that 5 or 6 minutes or whatever we had for that segment went super fast. And you guys know me, I'm a little long-winded. So anyway, I didn't fish yesterday morning, and I got home, I got to work. I had a good day at work. I got all the tile grouted in this one bathroom that I'm working on, and I got home last night, and there was a ton of stuff going on, and I was up to my eyeballs in paperwork, and I signed up about 6 or 7 more vendors yesterday for Walleye Fest, for the festival portion, and then I started editing video. I've got a striper trip. I've got a steelhead trip. I was finishing up the walleye hatchery video, so we can get that. I think that's going to be next. I think Courtney's going to start working on that today, hopefully. So I woke up this morning. I come downstairs, put the tea kettle on to make my coffee, and all of a sudden I went, I never went live yesterday. How do I forget the thing that I do every single day? Then the next thought is, I'm like, I got to check my phone and see what the temperature is outside, so I know how to dress this morning. And then I went, there's no gas in the boat. I mean, I came in the other morning. Let's see, yesterday was Wednesday. I came in Tuesday morning on fumes, and the pumps aren't open yet at Winter Harbor. There's no pumps open yet on the river, so that means I've got to get cans and fill cans and bring them down. And I didn't do that. I never even thought about it. So I'm like, well, crap, I can't go fishing this morning because I got no gas in the boat. So I finished my editing this morning, which okay, whatever. I needed to do it. And I'm temporarily all caught up with Walleye Fest. So I said, well, we'll come out quick because I got to get moving early this morning. I got to go get material so we can get this bathroom finished up. And So I figured I'd come out here and make a few casts on the river this morning with you guys and see what's going on. George Parson. Dagoons. I know that's not the real word. Dagoos. Larry Kelly, good morning. Michelle Love, good morning. Don says good morning. Eric Wisniewski, good morning. But the problem is now, Eric, I know about 17 Dons now. I don't know that I knew a Don. Well, I've known Dons before, but it's funny. Now it seems like I know 10 different Dons. David Gould, happy 420. I didn't realize today was 420. Mark Pistello, what's up, buddy? Anthony Keller, Just Paul. So I'm a little discombobulated. That's all right, and I'm assuming there's going to be more of that in the next 2 weeks. I was talking to Paul Messina yesterday morning, and we were talking about. He was telling me he's all set to fish the Derby, and all of a sudden he goes, it's only a couple weeks away. And I could feel my stomach go, like that. And I'm like, oh, God, that's right, And I'm super excited. We might have overnight. I'm not sure. We were right at 500 tickets. We were like 494 last night. So we're gonna go over 500 today, and. I know that there's going to be more. I know there's going to be a lot more tickets bought here in the next week or so, next couple weeks, right leading up to the Derby. We've got a ton of great stuff going on. Every single day I'm signing up new vendors for the festival, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to change this something a little bit bigger. So lots of great stuff going on, and yeah, some days it's a little much, no question. Some days I'm like, God, am I gonna get all this done? Am I forgetting something? Whatever. But we're gonna roll. What else? What other choices do you have? Scott Durana, good morning. So yeah, so it's. A little off center this morning, it's a beautiful morning. Air temps in the high 30s. There's just a breath of a southeast wind. I turned my fish finder on in here just so I had a water temp. Now, when I came in Tuesday, temperature in the river was 53. Now we've had a couple cold days. It dropped down to 49, which. Again, I'm okay with. I'd rather this water warm up slower than get superheated early. I'd like it to take its time and be a normal spring, which it seems like it's going to be at this point. Although today is supposed to be warm, tomorrow and Saturday are supposed to be very warm. So, who knows? And then Sunday, Monday, it's supposed to be cool again. So it's... wait 5 minutes in upstate New York and everything will change, He pulled his pants down. John Burroughs. John Burroughs just said, did Paul tell you that it's Team Jig and Wrap Apisa for opening for the Derby? Yes, he did. And I said to Paul, that's the best partner you can find. I love you, John. Oh, buddy. And it's funny, he's coming all the way back from Florida with his lovely wife, and his lovely wife who offered to help, and she's awesome. She could run the country. They came back just to be here for Walleye Fest, which I'm promising you, John, it will be a good time and well worth your worth your drive back. Although I'm flattered too. I'm very flattered because I know if you guys know John, I know John would rather be in Florida. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to finally retire this swim bait. So this is last fall's dragging on the bottom one. Okay, and it caught a lot of fish. And normally Kitex don't last this long. And I can glue this one, which I'll probably do, but it's already been cut down about probably a half an inch because the nose of it was so shredded. And so you can see the collar sticks up a little bit now, and it can be salvaged though. Normally you don't get that long a time out of anything, but turn everything back off on my fish finder. So this is a quick one, guys. I just want to say hello and sorry that I forgot about yesterday. Mark Webb, good morning. Don Birdie. So it must be Booth put his boat in. He's got Wiz and Don Birdie out with him this morning, it sounds like. Aaron Lussier, Adrian White. Just Paul says, I'm sorry if you mentioned it. Have you noticed the docks are in at Oneida Shores? I did not notice, and I haven't been out since Tuesday. I'll make a point tomorrow morning to look because I'll be out tomorrow morning. Tammy Hoover, good morning. Mark Webb, maybe you catch too many fish. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, some of us are cursed. I can't help it. It's not my fault. Fish love me. Yeah, rumble seat. Yeah, yes I can. Bob. Jeez. Launch a jerkbait out there. I don't even have jerkbaits in the boat right now. You guys, I'll show you guys that later. I have 7 boxes of 7 of the big Plano boxes full of stick baits, and they're spread all over my bench out in the garage, and I'm gonna completely, holy crap, huge carp just came up right there. Huge. He just went, whoop, looked like a porpoise. Good Lord. What was I saying? Oh, all of my stick baits. All of them. Everything from my trolling stick baits to my jerk baits. I'm going to redo the whole shebang and redo them how they go. And I got a bunch of new ones the other day that I haven't even taken out of the box yet. And they're just strewn all over the garage. And I'm going to reorganize them a different way than I used to. I used to do it by brand, and now I was going to do it by color or by, deep diver, regular diver, size. I don't know. But I got to do something different because I got boxes and boxes and boxes of them, and I not that I use them a ton, honestly, but in the spring I do. Oh, another carp just came up over there. Courtney and I used to do a lot of carp fishing off the dock here. The European style with the big wad of pack bait, and then down to a hook bait. And I'll tell you, carp fishing's a lot of fun like that when they're around. If we did a video like that on a weekend sitting here on the dock, because so here's my dock. So I have rod holders all along my dock. I got 8 of them along the front of the dock. And when we've caught a lot of fish out here. catfish and carp, and we used to do a lot of fishing for them, especially when I didn't have a boat there for a couple of years. Um, would that be something you guys would be interested in seeing? Is a carp fishing video? Might even, I have a couple friends of mine that fish the tournament circuit pretty heavily, and they're excellent carp fishermen. Maybe I'll get them on board, and we'll do one of those videos here this spring. Because I'll tell you, people like, carp fishing, whatever. Well, I've caught them on my scale over 30 pounds off my dock, and let me tell you, they're no joke to fight. I mean, it's very similar to fighting a king salmon. They're so strong. They're pretty fast too, considering they don't look fast, but they got a tail on them like that, a big flowy tail, and those big chubs can move, let me tell you. And strong, strong. Okay, Michelle Lowe, OLA meeting next Wednesday. Yep, that's Wednesday evening at Central Square. Aaron Lussier, what boat launch is decent right near Constantia and has a good ramp that's not too steep? Well, Spruce Grove. Go see JJ at Spruce Grove. They're one of the measuring stations for the Derby. They've got a nice ramp right there. It's a little shallow, but it's easy in, easy out. James Versick, good morning. Thanks for the report. Lately, I write everything down. It's the only way I can remember. Yeah, but then I forget to write things down. Shad Daddy, what's going on? Dennis at Hook and Eyes. He's out fishing Lakers with Nick today. I think Dennis is addicted to lake trout fishing. I think this is the second time you've been out with Captain Nick today. And I'm sure you guys are smashing them. I hope you're smashing them. Say hi to Captain Sokolowski for me, please. Yeah, Mark says he's in. Mark Webb says he's in for a carp video. There are tons of them at our campground. They're a ton of fun. I mean, I'm fishing them on salmon rods. My old spinning salmon rods. I've got 8.5 foot medium action, medium heavy action with 50-pound braid. Not that you need the braid part necessarily, but I fish braid on everything, and I fish heavy braid for those and for catfish. Yes, this is the European style carp fishing. There's a ton of derbies and tournaments around here. Larry Kelly, ever bullhead fish at night off the dock? Lanterns and cold beer go good together. I've never bullhead fished here, and I don't know that the bullhead are here around my dock. They're usually in a mud bottom situation, and I haven't bullhead fished on purpose in 20 years, honestly. Not that I wouldn't do it, I just haven't. Just Paul said, used to sit on the banks of the Susquehanna with a can of corn and catch carp. Yeah, I'll use canned corn a lot of times in my bait, even my hook bait. They love it. When we've had some crazy concoctions, and I used to make my own pack bait and my own dough style baits, the hook bait that goes on the end, and all different flavors, and carp like sweet things, and catfish tend to like sour, rancid stuff. You fish them. But I've soaked hot dogs in strawberry lemonade or strawberry Kool-Aid and all kinds of crazy stuff. They eat it. Anthony Keller, yeah, carp vid be cool. Never fished for them. Has always thought of a junk fish when I was young, but now it would be cool to actually hook into one. Anthony, like I say, they are a lot of fun. All right, we'll do that. Courtney will love it. She loves, and listen, it's not, my problem with it is it's not active fishing. Like in my area, of course, there's current moving right now, which is good. So it'll take the scent trail down current, and you'll find those carp will come right up current, smelling it, looking for it. So it maybe we'll get that going here these weekend days, that it's nice. And see, carp fishing's great when like I'm out here doing yard work or something, because I can have all the rods in the water. I have a bait alarm on each rod, and then when it gets hit, it's wee, 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 and then I come running. Because for me to sit and watch bait rods just soaking in the water, kind of like watching paint dry, you know. When it comes to fishing, I am way more active than I am passive. But we'll do that. I'll put that on the list for this spring. Dennis, 12 so far. Right on, man. 12 so far. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. You guys are killing it. Love it. Sam Ortiz, rod holders are badass in the dock. Yeah. I built this deck. Used to be when I originally bought the house, the deck was wonky and it was chopped up, and there was, no room for anything. And Courtney and I redid it a couple years ago, and I made it into 3 levels. I got 1,500 square foot of deck space out here, but I really wanted a fishing dock, and we do a ton of fishing off our dock year round. Well, not in the wintertime, but so I made it a little lower so it's easier to net fish and whatnot off the dock. And I put rod holders in all the way along. So when you see me, when you come by the house and you see all 8 rods out there, it's pretty awesome. Scott G, anybody on here ever fish Jamesville Reservoir and get walleye? I only found out when I was at the Constantia Walleye Hatchery, because Bill Evans, the head guy there, showed me the stocking list, and I didn't realize. I've never been on Jamesville Reservoir. I drove by it 1,000 times. I have family that live right up the street from it, but I've never fished it, and I did not know that New York State stocked walleyes in there from the Oneida Hatchery. So they're in there. Nick says hi, we're watching. Right on, man. You guys rock. Shad Daddy, where are you? Where are you? I know where I am. I'm in my house. I'm tied up to my dock, standing in my boat. Like to add another species to my caught list for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll show you the rigs. It's really very simple. Once it was shown to me, it's pretty cool how they do it. You could do things any number of ways. I just go by the way my buddies who fish these big tournaments over in the Seneca and up in the St. Lawrence, I just go by what they showed me. But all right, guys, 23 minutes in, I'm gonna go. I got to get to Home Depot and get some materials and go be an adult today. So thank you, as always, guys, girls. Ooh, and it's gonna rain, so we got to run. Love you guys. Keep your tip up. Stay dry.